You are wasting your life without realizing it, drifting through the days like a leaf on a stream, carried by the currents of circumstance, rather than charting your own course. This is a sobering thought, one that has haunted philosophers and sages for centuries, and yet, it is a truth that we often avoid confronting, preferring instead to distract ourselves with the endless stimuli of the modern world. But what if you were to stop, just for a moment, and consider the trajectory of your life? Would you find that you are living in alignment with your deepest values and aspirations, or are you simply reacting to the demands and expectations of others? As we delve into the depths of this question, we find ourselves in the company of the Stoics, those ancient philosophers who grasped the human condition with such clarity and precision. They saw that our lives are shaped by our perceptions, and that it is our thoughts and emotions that ultimately determine our experience of the world. Epictetus, one of the most revered Stoic thinkers, would often remind his students that it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This simple yet profound insight has the power to transform our relationships with the world and with ourselves. By recognizing that our experiences are filtered through our perceptions, we can begin to see that we have the power to choose how we respond to any given situation. We can choose to be reactive, or we can choose to be reflective, pausing to consider our thoughts and emotions before acting. This notion of choice is at the heart of Stoic philosophy, and it is a concept that has been echoed by thinkers across the ages. The Taoist sage, Lao Tzu, would often speak of the importance of aligning oneself with the natural order of the universe, rather than trying to impose one's will upon it. And in Buddhism, we find the concept of suchness, or the reality of the present moment, unfiltered by our preconceptions and biases. These different philosophical traditions may seem distinct and separate, but they all point to the same fundamental truth, that our lives are shaped by our relationship with the present moment. When we are able to cultivate a sense of awareness and acceptance in the here and now, we can begin to see that our struggles and difficulties are not obstacles to be overcome, but rather opportunities for growth and transformation. As we navigate the complexities of modern life, this wisdom can be a powerful antidote to the anxiety and disillusionment that so often plague us. Consider, for example, the way in which we often approach our work and relationships. We may find ourselves constantly striving for more, pushing ourselves to achieve some elusive ideal of success or happiness, and yet, in the process, we may be sacrificing our own well-being and sense of purpose. We may be so focused on the goals and expectations of others that we forget to listen to our own inner voice, to honor our own desires and values. But what if we were to approach our lives with a sense of curiosity and openness, rather than a fixed agenda? What if we were to see our work and relationships as opportunities for growth and exploration, rather than mere obligations or means to an end? By embracing this mindset, we can begin to see that our lives are not defined by our external circumstances, but by our inner experiences, and that it is our thoughts, emotions, and perceptions that ultimately shape our reality. And yet, as we embark on this journey of self-discovery and exploration, we may find that we are confronted with the darker aspects of our own nature. We may encounter our own fears, doubts, and limitations, and we may be tempted to turn away, to distract ourselves from the discomfort and uncertainty that arises. But it is precisely in these moments that we are called to exercise our greatest courage and compassion. We must learn to approach ourselves with kindness and understanding, to acknowledge our own vulnerabilities and weaknesses, and to see that it is through our struggles and challenges that we may discover our greatest strengths and opportunities for growth. As the ancient Greek philosopher, Heraclitus, would say, the way up and the way down are one and the same, and it is in embracing this paradox that we may find the key to a more authentic and fulfilling life. In a world that is increasingly complex and chaotic, it can be easy to lose sight of what is truly important. We may find ourselves swept up in the currents of technology and social media, our attention fragmented and dispersed by the endless stream of information and stimuli that surrounds us. But as we pause to reflect on our lives, we may come to see that true wisdom and happiness arise not from our external circumstances, but from our inner experiences. We may come to see that it is our relationships, our creativity, and our contributions to the world that bring us the greatest sense of purpose and fulfillment, rather than our possessions or our status. And so, as we move forward on our journey, let us remember to cultivate a sense of awareness and presence, to honor our own inner voice, and to approach our lives with a sense of curiosity and openness. As we wander through the landscape of our own minds, we may stumble upon hidden pools of wisdom and insight, waiting to be discovered and explored. We may find that our thoughts and emotions are not fixed or absolute, but rather fluid and ever-changing, like the tides of the ocean. And we may come to see that our lives are not defined by our past experiences or our future aspirations, but by the present moment, in all its beauty and complexity. In this sense, we are not just passive observers of our own lives, but rather active participants, co-creating our reality with every thought, every emotion, and every action. And so, as we embark on this journey of self-discovery and exploration, let us remember to approach ourselves with kindness and compassion, to honor our own vulnerabilities and weaknesses, and to see that it is through our struggles and challenges that we may discover our greatest strengths and opportunities for growth. As the sun sets on another day, casting a warm orange glow over the landscape of our lives, we are reminded that our time on this earth is short, and that every moment is a precious gift. We are reminded that our lives are not just our own, but are intertwined with the lives of those around us, and that our actions and choices have the power to shape the world in which we live. And so, as we pause to reflect on our journey, let us consider the kind of life we want to lead, the kind of person we want to become, and the kind of impact we want to have on the world. Let us remember to approach ourselves with kindness and compassion, to honor our own inner voice, and to see that it is through our struggles and challenges that we may discover our greatest strengths and opportunities for growth. As the darkness gathers, and the stars begin to twinkle in the night sky, we are reminded that our lives are but a small part of a much larger universe, and that our struggles and triumphs are but a small part of a much larger story. And yet, even in the face of this vast and mysterious universe, we are called to find our own unique place, our own unique voice, and our own unique contribution to the world. We are called to live our lives with intention, with purpose, and with passion, to leave our mark on the world, and to make our own unique difference. In the stillness of the night, as the world slows down and the distractions of the day fade away, we are left with the quiet of our own minds. It is here, in this quiet, that we may find the wisdom and the courage to live our lives with greater authenticity, greater compassion, and greater purpose. It is here, in this quiet, that we may discover our own inner strength, our own resilience, and our own unique voice. And it is here, in this quiet, that we may find the peace and the fulfillment that we have been seeking, not in the external world, but in the depths of our own hearts and minds. As the darkness deepens, and the stars shine brighter in the night sky, we are reminded that our lives are a journey, not a destination, and that the path ahead is uncertain, but full of possibilities. We are reminded that we are not just individuals, but part of a larger web of life, connected to all that is around us, and that our actions and choices have the power to shape the world in which we live. And so, as we move forward on our journey, let us remember to approach ourselves with kindness and compassion, to honor our own inner voice, and to see that it is through our struggles and challenges that we may discover our greatest strengths and opportunities for growth.